So today we are going to be looking at how to create a table making use of our PixelLab table creation using our PixelLab application. So the first thing we're going to be setting is the image size. Perhaps I want to be making use of an A4 paper to create my table. So here, come over to your image size to set it. Now the default size is 1280 by 1280 pixels. This is not what we are going to be making use of. We are going to be making use of the actual image size for A4 in pixels. It to be converted to pixel. How do we get this? One of the ways to get it is to make use of our Google. Get it through your Google faster, or if you have an application calculator, you can make use of it as well that has converter feature. So I'm going to be making use of my Google app now to get this done. A4 paper in pixel. Now here we are, we're going to be making use of our search box here. Get out A4 in pixel. Now the required resolution for A4 size image is 2480 by 3508 pixels. So this is what we are going to be getting. You know, in the actual sense of it, if you are to get the accurate or the actual size for A4 in millimeters, and that's the standard measurement unit for A4 or for paper size. Is especially yes, in paper sizes is always measured in millimeters. So but we are going to be making use of PixelLab. We are going to be converting it to pixels, because in pixels we don't calculate in millimeters or centimeters or in inches. Inches is used in, I think, in Photoshop and 2508. So the width here, that is the shortest part of the paper, is 2480, while the height with 3508. So if you click on it, you see that the image size has been changed, or the workspace have been changed from the default that we're having. So this is what we are going to be working on to create our table. It's not compulsory that we make use of A4 paper, don't get me wrong, but this is what I choose. So you can make use of any other paper size to get your work done. So you are sitting down your question papers, or you want to fill a form, so the standard paper size used is A4. So we're moving now to changing of the background. So I want to change the background color to a uniform color, which I'm going to be giving pure white for my work. Then why I enable my grid lines for the work to become. Let me delete this number first. You can do this in different ways, but I'm going to be teaching you with two methods of how to create your table making use of PixelLab. The first method is this. Just follow me closely. After enabling your grid lines, come over to the second option here. That is the grid line settings. You click on it, set your rulers appropriately the way you want your table to be designed. So having done that, unlock it so that we won't just be moving it anyhow. And the next thing we're going to be doing is we have arranged the the horizontal lines now here, and it remains the vertical lines. I want to add one more vertical line to this. You can just simply click on this vertical line that has plus sign at the front. You add another one, and here we are. Then you can lock it by disabling the settings of the grid lines again. So after that, you can now move over to Bezier. I'm going to be making use of Bezier to get this done here. So just follow me closely. This is Bezier tool. Now, before I start making use of the Bezier tool for this, I'm going to enable this other first icon for the grid lines. You know, the grid lines that will be enabled through here. So I want to use this one that looks like U, this first one. So if this is enabled, it will help you to create a straight line without any error. So it will help you to create straight line accurately. So that is what we are going to be doing. So having enabled it, what we are going to be doing now is to bring the Bezier tool mode to this middle one. Click on this for editing. If you want to add more lines, that is when this first point will be made available, and which you can use to add more lines to. That's the mode. If I'm clicking on any part, and you see that it will be joined together, click on any part to be joined, and keep on drawing like that, and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to be making use of this one. I'm going to be making use of the second icon here in the middle, and that is what I'm going to be making use of to draw it out. So let me cancel those things. I can start from the beginning. And now when I click on the middle one, click on this middle so that you can use it to create a straight line. Then bring the one at the left, straighten it. Can you see that? Then you use this line that comes down diagonally, bring it. You just use it to set it on a straight line. Then you bring the one on the right hand as well, you set it, and that is what we are going to be doing till you get the actual straight line. Remember, I'm going to be teaching you. Can you see that? I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be teaching you two methods to achieve this. So this is it. Now this is the third one. You can use this third icon here to move your object like this, like this. Can you see that? Alright. Now, having done that, you can also copy it by bringing it down. Where you have your tool, copy icon, bring it down, copy again, bring it down. So having copied all now, you see that the lines are not accurately aligned here. So what you are going to be doing, because if you disable the grid line, you will see your work that they are not well aligned. So you enable it to get them well aligned before we move to the other part. So then you click on it on the middle in order to view those ones, in order to align the ones that are not on the margin that you have set. So to achieve this, you click on your zoom tool and zoom in so that you'll be able to see them one after the other. So lock it so that, okay, so when you're done with everything, you can just simply click on check and see the lines. Okay, and here are the lines. This one is not accurate, this one is not accurate. You can, let me centralize it and bring it there. So what we are going to be doing is to take it to the cropping. Let me bring it back again, crop. I see it. So just bring it here and here so that it can be adjusted accurately. So bring it here again. Can you see now that they are well aligned? Can you see that? So another thing that you can still do, okay, having done that, you can duplicate it. I've duplicated it. I've duplicated it here now. So this one will serve as the vertical lines for my table. To serve as the vertical lines for the table that I've created. So I can just bring it up like this. Bring it up. So now if you want to remove one or two lines, vertical lines here, what we're going to be doing is to just pick up your eraser tool to do that. Eraser tool to do that. Or better still, you can do cropping if you want to, depending on your choice. So let me bring it like this. For the vertical. And the on up, rejoin it like this. In order to create a column and your row as you desire it to be. So for this, I'm going to be deleting some parts using eraser. Let's clean up this. Clean up this. Let me see it. Can you see that? So it depends on whatever you want to do. So that can give you, you can have something depending on what you want. Maybe I still want enough space, and just try and do something. Okay, I mean, do this middle one. Can you see that now? So you just make sure that everything is done, because you cannot adjust it with your hand, you know, by moving it just the way it's done on a corridor. You cannot just adjust it the way you want, except you do some cleaning or cropping out of some unwanted parts. So that's how this thing is being done. So if I just come over and tap your name and fit in, or creating the fit rather, perhaps you want to use matric number. Okay, so that's that, and create another one. Anyhow you just want it to be. So, and that's that about that. And you keep on doing your table. Let me just create those feeds so that we have more understanding of what we are doing here. Let me just include another one, which is name. Centralize it and bring it down. Another one is you include whether male or female, that's the gender. So, and the last one is this. Position, or let's just write grade. So this is the grade. So, and that's like that. So that is how it is being created. Then you do some other formatting that you want to do on it, then you get your work done. Remember, this is your A4 paper, and you do whatever you want to do there, and that's that about that. So the second method now, I'm going to be deleting everything. For the second method, I'm going to be doing it this way. This one is quite simple, or depends on the way you see it. I'm going to be making use of this line. This is not hyphen, please. It's dash. So I click it this way, doing it this way. Fixing it. Now I'm going to be duplicating it, making use. Let me make use of my grid lines. So I'm going to be duplicating them. Let me bring them down. Oh, there will be more space. Let's just stop here. So I'm going to be doing something by merging everything together. But before then, let me centralize them all first. Then I'm going to be marking everything and match. This is our match tool. After marking, then you will match. Has been matched. And see now, they cannot be separated because everything has been matched together. So that's that for our horizontal lines. Now getting the vertical lines now. You duplicate the whole thing. This is what I'm going to be using for a vertical line. All you just need to do is to rotate. Rotate, then bring it to the extreme end here, so that they are touching. And this one here. Alright, can you see that? Now another thing that you want to do, from here you discover that you need more space. That is for the vertical. What you just need to do is to use the eraser, just like we did it in the first method. Just bring the eraser here and wipe out some lines. Okay, can you see that? So you have to make sure that you have you do these settings before you start putting or inputting your feeds, because failure to do that, it will not give you permission to do some adjustment on the columns and the rows. So you have to do all this before you start inputting your feeds. What do I mean by feeds? All those things, all those requirements like phone numbers, serial number, matriculation number, name, surname, gender, and so on and so forth. So those are the feeds. So when you are done with this, then if you feel like you want to give table colors, it's easy and it's simple to do. All you need to do is to use your shape to do that. Just bring it. Perhaps you want the feet only to be colored. And just stretch it out like this, just like the way you are seeing it here. Then you give it color of your choice. Give it color of your own choice. Now this is what you want. You give it color of your own choice. Then you mark it okay. Then you can just take it back so that your lines can show from there. Can you see it? So it's as simple as that, And if you want to do the one for the vertical lines, you can as well get it duplicated. You can duplicate the color so that you can be able to give that one a color as well. If you will not change it anyway, you can just bring it here like this way. So then ensure that it's well aligned. So you send that one as well to the back by using your send to the back so that it can reflect. So depending on the way you want it to be. So this is how to create table making use of your PixelLab. You can use it of the two methods depending on the way you see it and depending on the way you find it easy to understand. And that's all for now. God bless you.